You don't move to Korea because you're ready. You move because one day you check your bank account and it says $100, not after bills, not after rent, just 100. And for the first time, staying where you are feels more dangerous than leaving. You don't tell many people, because when you say it out loud, it sounds irresponsible. So instead, you say things like, I just want a change. I need a new start. The truth is simpler. You're out of options. The flight feels longer than it should, not because of distance, because your brain keeps doing the same calculation over and over. How long can $100 last? You land early in the morning. The airport is clean, quiet, organized, everything works, everything makes sense. Except you people walk with direction. You walk slowly, looking at signs, checking your phone, pretending you know where you're going. You don't. The train costs money. You stare at the machine, numbers flashing, routes you don't understand. You hesitate, because once you spend it, you don't get it back. But staying here isn't an option, so you tap your card, and just like that, your $100 becomes less. Seoul hits you immediately. Buildings, noise, movement, everything feels fast. Even the air feels like it's moving with purpose. And then you notice something strange. No one is looking at you. Expected curiosity, maybe attention. But there's nothing in a city this big. You don't stand out. You disappear at first. It feels like freedom. No expectations, no pressure, no one asking questions. But the feeling doesn't last, because freedom and loneliness feel the same. At the beginning, you look for a place to stay. Every listing asks for money you don't have, deposits, advance rent, proof of income. You have none of it. So that night, you sit in a convenience store. You buy instant noodles, the cheapest thing available. You eat slowly, watching people come and go. They buy coffee, snacks, cigarettes, normal things, normal life. You realize something simple. Normal life costs money, and you don't have enough for it. You spend your first night in a gaming cafe, rows of computers, people sleeping in chairs, screens glowing in the dark. No one talks. No one cares. You lean back, close your eyes, and tell yourself this is temporary. Everything is temporary until it isn't. Day 2, you start walking. Because walking is free. You walk past places you can't enter, restaurants you can't afford, apartments you can't imagine living in. You check your phone constantly, looking for jobs, anything. Most don't reply, some reject you, others ignore you completely. You start to understand something. Opportunity exists, just not for you. Then you find a number, a small ad, simple words, part-time work, cash. You call. You don't understand everything, but you understand enough. You say yes. The job is in a small restaurant, hot kitchen, fast pace. No space to think. You wash dishes, carry plates, clean tables. Your hands move before your brain does. At the end of the shift, they hand you cash. You count it twice, not because it's a lot, because it means something. You can stay another day. Days turn into a routine. Work, eat, sleep, repeat. You still sleep in gaming cafes. Sometimes you get lucky, a quiet corner, a longer rest. Sometimes you don't. You learn things no one teaches you. Which places are open all night, where to charge your phone, where no one asks questions. You stop thinking long term, because long term doesn't exist yet. Only tomorrow. Week 3, you're tired, more than you expected, but you're still here, and that starts to matter. The restaurant owner notices you, not in a big way, just small things. You show up, you work, you don't complain. One night, he offers you something. A small room upstairs. It's not really a room, more like a storage space. No window, thin walls, a mat on the floor, but it has a door. You say yes immediately. That night, you sit inside, looking around. It's quiet. For the first time since you arrived, you realize something. Stability doesn't have to be big. Sometimes, it's just a door that closes. Month 2, your language improves, not from studying, from needing it. You learn the words that matter, faster, careful, tomorrow. Enough. You stop translating. You start reacting. Month 4, you save some money, not a lot, but more than before. You check your balance often, not because you need to, because it reminds you you're moving forward. Month 6, you move into a small room. It has a window, the view is a wall, but light comes in, and somehow that feels like progress. You buy small things, a pillow, a cup, a blanket. Each item makes the room feel more real, more yours. You build routines, morning coffee, work, late night walk, same streets, same lights, same city, but something has changed. You're not just surviving anymore, you're adapting. 1 year later, you check your bank again. The number is higher, way higher than 100. From the outside, it looks like success. You have a job, a room, a routine, but something feels different, because now you have something to lose, and that changes everything. You start thinking about the future. What if you lose your job? What if you get sick? What if something goes wrong? Before, you had nothing. Now, you have just enough to be afraid. You stand by the river one night, watching the city lights, people pass you, laughing, talking, living. You realize something quietly. The city didn't change for you, changed to survive in it, and survival has a cost. You go back to your room, the one with the window facing a wall. You lie down. The city hums outside. Millions of people, millions of lives, and somewhere inside all of it, there's yours. It started with $100, and a decision that didn't feel important at the time, but now you understand that decision didn't just change where you live, it changed how you think, how you survive, how you see the world, because having nothing is simply you either make it or you don't, but having something, even a little, that's when the real story begins and Seoul keeps moving. Lights turning on, trains running, people laughing somewhere you're not, a city of millions, making space for one more quiet life, one that no one notices except you.